You gonna go through the back, huh?
We're gonna see if they're gonna let us in.
We gonna go through the back?
Yeah, we're gonna try. I mean,
Ryan goddamn Clark.
yeah, I hear you.
Ryan's on the way.
Yeah, that's gonna work.
Ryan's on the way.
That's not how it works.
That's how it works.
That is not how it works.
Ryan Clark, everybody.
Shut up, man.
Ryan Clark's coming.
Shut up. What's up, y'all? What's up, man? How you doing, man? Good to see you, man. Yes, sir. What's up, man? How you doing, man? What's going on, man?
Ryan Clark's on the way.
Bro, shut up, dog.
Shit work. We just walked through security. Motherfucker's the man. Hey, everybody. Ryan's on the way. Hey, receivers. Ryan Clark. St. Vincent. Listen, okay, you want to act crazy. Miami ain't treating me like this. Super Bowl ring, ooh.
That has nothing to do with it, dog.
Super Bowl ring, Ryan Clark.
That has zero to do with it, dog. I'm about to go talk to the DBs.
Oh, man. Ryan Clark's on the way.
Bro, you're stupid, man.
The fucking the safeties right now better than you. Who are the safeties?
The safeties are way better than me. Minka Fitzpatrick's here.
Oh, Minka Fitzpatrick got it, Ryan Clark.
Yeah.
Mike Tomlin, my godfather. Well, man. There you go, brother.
Good to see you.
Can I get
going
What's up, my boy? How you doing, boy?
I'm blessed, baby. I'm blessed. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Kenny Pickett ain't even know anybody played for the Steelers and the Cardinals.
Did you see me?
I'm gonna get some jerseys. I'm about to buy some. Open your eyes.
Okay, thank you. Cool, man.
Open your eyes.
Everything's great, man.
Y'all killing it, man.
Trying, bro.
Yeah, ain't no
A
trouble.
lot of travel.
I see that.
A lot of travel.
We were running. I had me drive 3 hours this morning.
There he is.
Yeah, because y'all was just in Dallas. LA, right?
We Oxnard.
Okay.
Oxnard, we did Dallas out there.
What's up, man?
Rams.
Man, you right on time. Sure, y'all just go
heard.
Yes, sir, man. All good.
The song was
All right, be good, baby. I was gonna see you,
Hey,
man.
man, y'all got everything y'all
All right.
need? Yeah, sir. Yeah. I told you my son. I told you my son's godfather. So. Damn right. Damn right.
That's what he told him.
Stay out.
That's what he told him.
I'll do it, but stay out. My son Mason.
Hey, what up, bro? You good, baby? Yes, sir. All love, baby.
What's up, man?
Man,
Get everything you need. Get everything you need. Man, y'all doing awesome. Man,
It's just fun to watch from the distance and just make me smile.
everybody still talks about that show.
Man, y'all right there. Go. You right there with Floyd and Shaq.
Hey, somebody told him, dude said it the other day, I think they told Alicia, I don't know what she meant, she was like, yeah, when I saw y'all had Mike T, he kicked his feet up, he was like, I knew it was done.
Man, shoot, man. You kidding me?
Oh, I done told that story 100 times.
Yeah.
They walked down the stairs was like, y'all boys want a drink? I was like, oh shit.
Man, but y'all come to my house? Make me all comfortable?
Now everywhere he goes, though, he like, shoot, they ain't like Mike T.
Come back.
All the coaches, I be like, y'all
Come
like
back.
Mike T. Y'all like Mike T. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, we ain't got GP. We gonna wait on GP.
I really want to see GP. I want to see it.
I'm gonna get it.
Y'all gotta edit your ass off.
GP. Freddie T say stop starting trouble, man.
I told him earlier.
You say stop starting
Hey,
trouble,
that boy,
GP.
you're a dog out there, man.
Yeah.
No, I'm not like that type of dog. You ain't talking about the bulldogs and none of that. Now. Come on now.
You're a monster, bro.
You already know.
I'm trying to feast out there, man.
Yeah, feeling good?
Yeah, been feeling good, man. Just trying to do that yards after catch and shit more instead of the out of bounds catch.
Are you gonna get to move around a little bit though?
Yeah,
See, that's different.
Yeah, that's.
And your awareness should do this too. Should be able to see more of the field. Just have a bit more attitude because you know what to expect. They know what to expect
First
from
off,
you.
he don't need no help with attitude.
Nah.
He know he can play. Yeah,
Right.
he know he can play. He don't.
Awareness, though,
He don't.
Yeah,
need
that's
that.
the key.
But
You know,
understanding.
the game slow down that much more for you.
What's the
That's
goals
true.
this year then? If you looking for touches and numbers, what's the goal?
I'm trying to get over 1K for sure. Receiving
1K.
yards. I want to go to the Pro Bowl. I want us to win the Super Bowl too, because I know what the feeling of the natty feel like. Everybody feel like they won.
Yeah.
And this is ruining everybody because everybody investing in it.
Yeah.
Trying to go to the SB.
Try to get to the SB joint.
Man, let me see. That's about it. That's about it, though.
Yeah, you get
It's a nice list.
the first one. Honestly, you want to win it, but when you win it and you contribute it enough to be a Pro Bowler, it treats you different. It's a or when you're one of the guys, it's a different feeling. Like everybody's happy about the Super Bowl for sure, but when you went out there,
And you, for sure.
you know, like so keep doing what you're doing, man. We go I'll get your number before we leave. We get you on during the season.
For sure.
My man, appreciate your time, bro. All right, yes, sir.
Pleasure meeting you, bro. Do your thing, all right? No? All right.
Is the big hat a rookie thing? Yeah, how you doing?
How you doing?
Good. How was the day?
Young Peasy.
In the Tiger joints?
What's up, Bob? What's good with you?
You know what I mean? Like in that, just chest him.
Yeah.
Just get him down. Because the thing is, it's about not missing. We know you can hit. Just get them down. Just so, because I hate when they spin the ball and all that stupid.
Yeah.
Bruh, you got 15 yards. I'm by myself. You in the lead.
Yeah.
I'm posting this shit.
Yeah.
I hate that. I'm just saying, Freddie T. I hate that.
That's what I was telling Mink about. He was like, I'm coming in fast. He said, I just got to break down at the end and then let them make the move and tackle.
It's just about picking a side too, right? Like because in the game, what you gonna do? If I'm here, you're gonna force them back to the right. So now it's just about forwarding them up. The only thing is your mind immediately clicks into I'm by myself, right? And so now you miss leverages and stuff like that. And on the sideline, just keep running, just keep running. You talk to your pop? Well, he said he on his way.
Nah, I even talked to him.
How you feeling?
Feeling good.
Everything good?
Yeah, everything's straight.
Long
camp.
bro.
That's a long camp. I know y'all was different back in y'all
Joey,
time.
y'all barely.
This still long.
Was it second week, third week?
Yeah, it feel like the fourth one.
It's the second week, Freddie T. It just
It can't be
started.
the second. It got to be the third.
It's
Is Tane weighing you down?
I feel like it is.
What was one thing your pop told you on the approach for training camp?
He was like, play with that chip on your shoulder. And he was just like, be ready for any type of situation because they're going to put you through it.
Right.
And he already told me Coach T was going to be on my ass the whole time. So
They
that's
just
something
want
I
you to be
expect.
special.
Yeah.
They know it's in your bloodline. They know they can get it out too.
Man.
If anybody played with a chip on your shoulder, it was your dad. I had to try to deal with him, block
He was
him.
just mean.
Yeah, he was always
He was mean to me.
Yeah,
I was
he
his
didn't
freaking
give a
teammate.
But now he brought it every snap though.
Yeah.
Every snap.
Man, I'm finna go. I'm about to do that. We'll see you afterwards.
All right,
All right, yep. I think we're gonna be
All right, bro.
down here
We'll
too,
catch up.
JP.
All right.
I got you.
What's up?
Hold up, limitless. Niggas to me, can't pin in it. I fought the head to witness it. Get my people feeling militant. Way I'm feeling, get me up. On the mission, get me up. Knowing me, I got the key. Only vision I can trust. Limitless. Niggas to me, can't pin in it. I fought the head to witness it. Get my people feeling militant. Way I'm feeling, get me up. On the mission, get me up. Knowing me, I got the key.
Hey, them knees hurt jogging over here, huh?
Well, all them hills, man, y'all need too many hills up here, man. Goodness gracious.
Hey, listen, we don't have Tootsies, we got hills.
I should need to go to Texas.
Well, man, now the show can actually start. We got JJ, Joey Porter Jr., we got Peasy, Joey Porter Sr., Chan, Freddie T, I'm RC. Obviously, we appreciate you guys tuning in. Lil Joey, you're here now. We all understand what your father was here, what he is here. For you, though, what has it been like starting your journey in training camp as Joey Porter Jr., not Big PZ or Joey Porter's son?
I mean, it's been great, you know. It's something I already expected when I got picked here. The fan level is going to be crazy. The expectations that I had because of what he's done is at a high standard. So really that just motivated me more to really just stamp myself as a guy that they could trust to put on that field.
How different is it for you now, though, how you felt walking into camp and now knowing your son's out here in camp? Because I have Jordan, you know what I'm saying, PZ, and I get it. When I was out here, I always felt like I had control to change what was going on.
Yeah.
When it's your kid, you don't, bro. So what's that feeling been like seeing him in the black and gold?
It was good because I knew his family and I had a chance to work with Pat P when Pat P was a rookie. So when we grabbed Pat P, I was like, oh man, it's crazy. And Pat P go, my son get to run with Pat P. You know what I'm saying? So I know he's gonna be in good hands just in that room. But you got Minka, you got TJ and Cam that was going to watch him play in high school football. So he still got a lot of these guys on the team that been supporting him when he would get in trouble on this field right here. He missed the running over there. So he was late. So I had my golf cart at the time, and we ran this whole field like 15 times because he missed the workout. So like they seen all of that, you know what I mean? So I feel good him coming back here because I'm like, man, he actually know this place, and he is crazy that some of the guys that's still here on the team when he was junior year, sophomore year, senior year in high school as a ball boy. And I just knew that was gonna mesh good because they knew the kid, they knew the character, they knew who he was. They didn't have to make him like senior. You know what I mean? He didn't have to be me. He could be JJ, and he was going to be good.
I kind of envy you guys because this was a place I was hoping I could call home during my free agency. But I teased Coach T because I never got that call. But I know about the tradition, you know, it's rich, the history of being a Steeler. You know, your dad, he set out, brought rings home here for the organization. Do you feel any pressure to continue that and carry the Porter last name?
Definitely. That's what me and my little brother strive on, just bringing that legacy. He got 1, I'm trying to up him, get 2. My younger brother trying to up me and get 3. It's just like a competition in the house, but it's a family competition that keeps all of us motivated and all of us keep striving.
What's the phone calls like, you know, after a day like today? You know, I kind of overheard you guys saying you didn't have a great practice.
Yeah.
You want to be as good as all the other corners that are on the team and the guys that are in the NFL. You know, what was that conversation like? Not the phone call, but the conversation like right there.
I mean, he's always going to keep it real with me no matter what. He's going to break it down to me if I don't want to hear it or not. And that's the good thing about going to him because he played before. He know what I'm talking about. Really, he just always keep me looking forward for the next day because I get in my head because I want to be that guy on the field every time I step in. Sometimes it's just not your day, and you got to be able to watch film and not look away and own up to your mistakes and keep it rolling. And that's what he always taught me.
Well, I'm going to say this, though. We got the video of George Pickens catching the ball. And I know how it works out here with teammates, right? You talk a little trash. He hands you the ball. I played with your dad. It was only a year. I watched your dad kick every coach out of a meeting room and say, hey, this is a player-only meeting. There was no off button. If you was in that locker room, you could get it too. For you, what is it like when you grow up with a father who is known as really being that dude? Like your father could really play. Yeah. Everybody knows that. But this man got film throwing hands in Cleveland. So what is it like, man, when you walk into the building? Not the legacy of I got to play like Pops, but the legacy of that level of toughness, aggression, and really just being straight up, like, I ain't taking no shit.
It's cool. Like, nobody really tried me on anything to see if I'm tough or not. I mean, we could do that if it go down that way, but we're a team, so it really don't go like that. But they're really more shocked of how I talk when I'm on the field because I'm so laid back off field and I'm quiet and I'm calm, cool, collected. But when we're on the field, I'm talking the whole time. Like, me and George go at it every day. Like, that's what I look forward to. If he's going to talk, I'm going to talk too. It's like, we're going to see who's going to get the better of each other.
We've seen that matchup, and, you know, you wear 24. Ike Taylor, your uncle, he wore that when I was here, when your pops was here, and he was that type of dog. Every day when it was Santonio Holmes, if it was Antonio Brown, when those one-on-ones happened, he was the first person out of line every time. And I've seen that from you. What do you gain from a matchup with someone as talented as George and also someone as athletic as he is, but competitive as well?
It really just sees where I'm at, where I can stack against everybody. You know, it's good work every time. And I just tell him, like, every time, if I got to make you do an acrobatic catch like that, then that's good on my part. Obviously, I don't want you to catch it, but if you got to do something crazy like that every time, then I know I'm in a good position.
Peasy, what you felt when he put the ball in his chest?
First of all, I was laughing at the good catch because I knew how he was about to be tight. Because
I was sick.
I was like, because when he made the catch, I'm like, oh, wow, that was a crazy catch. And I told him, I said, man, you know you're going up on SportsCenter. Right. He said, no. I said, man, no, that catch was like that. I said, it was a great catch. And I said, he said, man, I was right there. I said, yeah, man, this is the league. Yep. Like, you can be in perfect coverage, and it's going to happen. Yep. Like, we was playing, I was telling about the catch that B-Hop called on Joe Hayden.
Yeah.
Man, Joe was in the best coverage you can have. When Joe came to the sideline, I said, I ain't got nothing for you.
You're right. Right. Tell me when you were coaching here.
Yeah, I said, man, if I could put you back in that same spot again, I will put you back in that same spot. I don't know how to caught the ball. Right. And that's football, like at the highest level that we play. The Beckham catches, like, it's athletes in this league, man, that is just as tremendous, if not better. And you're going to see more acrobatic catches because these dudes are just getting that good. Yep. Like, I really think with all skill positions, you know what I mean, the way football is evolving, like, the 22 sacks is not going to be crazy no more.
Yeah. We'll see it.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The 100 catches is like normal. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like it's just getting different. So I was like, man, that was a great catch, and I knew he was gonna be tight. So when he came over there, I was just watching his body language. So when he threw the ball, he threw it back, but he was so mad, he's still wondering how did this dude catch the ball?
He couldn't even think about getting the ball thrown at him.
He didn't even care about that.
I'm
He heard
like-
the crowd.
I heard the
and he
crowd
said,
go
man,
crazy.
he called it. I was like, yeah, man, he called it. It was a great catch. I said, when you see it on SportsCenter, man, he laid all the way out for it.
I'm kind of going to take it like all the way to a different spot now. You guys were on Hey Rookie, and we got to see a moment shared between father and son, not two players. Chan was lucky enough that he was drafted to the exact same football team his father was.
Yeah.
And you guys obviously got to do the same thing. You told JJ at that point that they wanted to get a pissed off football player, that's what they have. And you said, this is why I keep telling you about what the work is and about how you put it in. And all he said afterwards of his post was, you've always had his back. What was that moment like for you two that you shared privately, but the whole world got to see what type of man you were and father?
It was different because, like, everybody's blowing me up like, oh, man, you that was crazy motivation. I was like, man, that was just me telling my son that, like, you ain't did nothing wrong. Like all the hard work we've been doing, like, even when you get to that point, you don't have control of it. You know what I mean? That's just kind of how the draft works. But, like, and this was me trying to protect him, and his agents, Andre and all of them, are awesome. They do a great job with him. But, like I was trying to tell him from the beginning, they don't have control over where you get picked. They just don't. It was a thought in our head that thought, oh, if I sign with this dude, it's guaranteed. That's not how it works. You know what I'm saying? You need one of the 32 teams to fall in love with you more than everybody else is how you get picked. You know what I'm saying? Something that you bring and that they want has to all happen, and it has to line up to where somebody in that office is like, man, if he's there, we're taking him. And that's just really how it happened. You got to get one of these teams to fall in love with you. And so it didn't happen. Now he's over there feeling like he done let somebody down, and I wasn't going to let him live in that moment because I was trying to tell him, man, you got 100 people back at the place just for you. If you got drafted in the 5th round, 6th round, we still was going to be here because you're about to get drafted. Now, you wanted to go here and you didn't, and you fell home. Now, we talk about it all over. If we would have knew that, y'all never caught that snippet. Because we would have been like, shit, we're at the house. They done messed up.
Y'all had the hats on and everything?
Man, we would have went back to the spot with Steelers stuff on and not even tripped. He was so mad. We had flights. We was out first thing in the morning. I gotta do damage control because he's so mad of how it happened. But I didn't even see the Pittsburgh had the next pick because I'm so worried about the space and the mindset that he was in of trying to make sure that he's good. But, like, man, if we would have been just not tripping, seeing the Steelers was next, I would have had enough common sense to say, man, they done messed up, man. We about to go home.
Yeah.
Shit, they done tripped out. They done left us at the house.
Yeah.
Because when that happened, man, we forgot about the whole other day.
How did that moment feel for you, though, man? You sit there and all the focus was on Will Levis, but I'm obviously paying attention to y'all because y'all family. How was that moment for you? What was that night like?
Man, it was a lot of mixed emotions. You know, once I get to that area where it's like that sweet spot where I know might get picked, and then we get past that, and then it's like I'm looking around. Me and Gonzalez is like, see who's gonna get the call first. We're looking at each other. He ended up getting a call, and now at this point, I'm just like, man, I'll go anywhere. Like, I'm just trying to get picked up. I want to walk across that stage. That's something I've been dreaming about a long time. So once that was taken away, I kind of felt disappointed in myself and everybody that came to see me like go across that stage. I had all my family from California, from Oklahoma, everybody came to see me. They're all in Kansas City, and they didn't see me get drafted. So, like, it was a lot going on, but I was lucky to have him on my side, to have that message. Like, I forgot the cameras were rolling at the point. I forgot I was mic'd up because it was just such a real moment for us, and he told me what I needed to hear.
To add to that moment, we've seen where a lot of guys tend to, if they fall back from where they initially expected to go, they get like pissed off and they get this mindset that they want to go out there and just attack every team that looked over them.
Man.
After practice, I asked him, what message did you give him to carry into training camp? Because this is where it starts. If he's going to be an all-pro, it starts here. And he said, you told him, approach practice with a chip on your shoulder. I had to block you several times. And I know what type of player you was. You came every play with a chip on your shoulder. How deep does that message run?
We all play, all of us. Now, JJ's coming to where we've already been. And I played against you. play with you, and play with you. I'm wired that way.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm already angry at practice. I don't even need no reason. I'm angry because it's hot out here today. and I'm looking for somebody that's going to get me through practice, right? So I can motivate myself off of anything. That chip, I can make it up till we're like, oh, what'd he say? Oh, Crowder, that's our duck today. We about to tear his ass up all day at practice today. We gonna make sure Cobb don't do nothing today at practice, period. If he come to your side or my side, man, push his ass down. Don't let him do nothing. And that would be our tax for the whole day. Yeah. It's still football is fun, right? You know what I'm saying? You're always trying to find a way to have fun. It's them dog days when camp is whooping you where you gotta look for somebody who gonna bring you out. And these crazy fools gave me a red line. And that's what I did, flat line.
He talk about that jump all the time,
man. They gave me a red line trying to get through practice one day. And that was my first time getting introduced to IV, man. I was laid out.
You cramped up?
I was geeked up.
Bro, listen, don't let Peasy act like he was the calm one, because he literally will pick somebody out. It was he ended that boy's career, that tight end. And then Peasy was like, hey, y'all, he got in the defensive huddle. He like, hey, he ain't getting out of practice. We're like, what, Peasy? He said, old boy over there, little undrafted, something but a big old stocky.
No, he was a juggernaut, but he had did something to one of the guys, and he was fired up like he did something.
He was in the huddle screaming. And Peasy said he ain't making out of practice. And Peasy comes in, this is the most dangerous man in the NFL, Peasy. So we gonna listen to whatever Peasy says. He ain't making out of practice. Let's go. We buckle up. Everybody over there like pit bulls going after. I think we knocked him out that day and dislocated his shoulder at the same time.
It wasn't because he wasn't trying to go hard.
Right.
You know, you always had that guy that do something good. Now he's really, because you got invested, we got vets that want to take it easy. They just want to get through practice.
Yeah.
I actually was a vet that didn't mind practicing. But when I'm tired, I want my day. Miami didn't give days off. That would caught me off guard. You know, Pittsburgh, after 7 years, you'll get a hat day. Miami wasn't giving no hat days. You got to come to work every day. So I was like, dang it. I can't say nothing because Tractor Trailer's sitting over there in year 15 and he ain't getting a day. I'm like, dang, they ain't gonna give Truck a day? I'm like, Truck, you don't get one practice off? I'm like, oh man, then they telling me I can't sit on my helmet.
Yep. We sat on helmets here.
You want me to stand up the whole time on my off time? Like, I'm not even up on period. I said, man, my knees is bad. I can't be sitting on these all day. You know what I'm saying? I already had 6 scopes. Like, these ain't what I need to be sitting on. I'm going to sit on my helmet. And you know how we do. We sit on our helmet. We watch the offense do their period. So then they started making up stuff for me, like keeping busy. So on my break, Ascaloni got me over there doing drills. I was like, oh, man, they are tripping. You don't even get a break.
Hey, JJ.
Peasy got hot.
Hey, JJ, when you hear these stories, man, about your pops, like when you get drafted, there's the picture of you enjoying the Super Bowl, pictures of you being in locker rooms. But when you hear these stories about your dad, how do those stories compare to the pops you know that raised you? What was he like at high school football games?
He kind of was chill. He was a little bit. Once he realized that I kind of stamped myself as that guy, he really, like, he stayed in the stance and everything. He wouldn't say too much. But when I first started freshman football and sophomore, if I do something bad, he'll come down there, come by the fence, call me over, tell me something, or he might scream something down there. But throughout the years, my junior year and everything like that, he really toned down and let me do my own thing.
I remember that's Lil Peasy to me. Like, all this, you getting drafted. This still Lil Peasy. I'm smiling on the king, you know what I'm saying? You and Peasy up there. What is it like being his son? And like I said, I remember the big picture he had in the house down in Florida, that most dangerous man in that field with the shoulder pads, and he's sitting there flexed up. He loved rubbing oil on this
Buku Vaseline.
Buku Vaseline.
Bro, what I got
Peasy should have had a Vaseline.
Bro, what I got here used to be shiny.
It's that cold weather.
But now, being Peasy's son, and now you a grown man, but coming up as Peasy, the most dangerous man, being his son, like, when you walk in, it's already a thought of what you should be or what you should act like. Yeah. But you really, to be honest, you not like Pops.
Nah, not at all. Well, on the field, sort of, but like overall, nah. But always growing up, I looked up to him. Like, he was my Superman. Like, everything he did, I wanted to do. I used to put on his shoulder pads, his helmet at home, run around when I was 5 years old. And he always told me at a young age, don't do it because I'm doing it, do it because you love it. And he let me find my own love with the game and everything like that. And it wasn't easy, it wasn't fast when I loved it, because shoot, I remember the first day of pads, he made me quit because I was too soft, you know? So.
Western Warriors, man, was out there. Will Allen's son was out there. We had this little dude.
Sammy the Bull.
Sammy the Bull. And I already knew it was a bad move.
I didn't even have a mouthpiece.
It was a lineman versus a little bitty skill position guy, and they was on their back, fastest one up. And I was like, this is first day. He don't even know what's about to happen. But I said, hey, man, when you get up, you got to run full speed because they put this big dude on there to go try and hit you. Man, Sammy the Bull hit him so hard, he was over there crying, and I was looking at the other coaches getting like, yeah, look at him, he's over there crying. I was like, man, grab your stuff, man, let's go. Like, now I'm mad, but I can't do nothing. It's a kid-on-kid violence. You know what I'm saying? Mine didn't win, and I'm hot because the high fives that they giving, you know how to go. When our kids play, they think they whooped us because he ran over JJ.
Yeah.
Like, don't get that in your mind. Like, he don't even know what he's doing yet. You know what I'm saying? So I was so mad because he's crying. I'm like, grab your stuff, man. We're not coming back. So when I go to practice, I come home. He's sitting up there with his pass. Man, where you think you're going? Dad, I'm going to practice. I said, no, you're not. Not all that crying you did yesterday. You're not about to take me back up there. I walk back in the house. He stayed outside. So now I'm letting him sweat over. Chrissy's like, baby, you not going to let him take practice? I said, yeah, I'm going to take him. I got to see if how long you going to sit out there. You know what I'm saying? He sat out there for a minute, then we drove to practice. And
I snapped that day.
And then that would be my give and take with him every time, because football will humble you. You know what I'm saying? We all been hit hard and been dropped or everything. You know what I'm saying? It happened. You play football long enough, man, you ain't winning every battle. I ain't met nobody won every battle. They lying.
Was that the pivot? That moment where you realized he wasn't going to straddle, he wanted to go and do it himself?
Yeah, he made up his mind that day that he was going to play, and he didn't even get to really hang with Will Allen because Will Allen had told us about the team. So I was already going to be mad if he didn't play, but in my house, I'm not forcing nobody to play it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's the worst thing you can have on your conscience. If you're making your kid play football, then they get hurt. Mm-hmm. You ain't going to live with yourself on that. That got to be a decision that you want to do. But like I told him, if you want to do it, hard work's come with it. You know what I mean? There's some stuff that we got to do to build your body. We got to do these workouts so I can feel comfortable with you been out here taking all this contact. It ain't working, man. He ended up loving what we did. And when he came here, like when he was little, he didn't understand it when we won the Super Bowl. But when we left and went to Miami and actually got to get thrown out there, because he bypassed flag. He never played flag, went straight to tackle. And you remember how paper thin he was. So I was like, he went straight to tackle. And I'm like, man, and I think about it now, you really should go through the flag just to work on your jukes and all that. Like, before you just get thrown right in there. But what I learned about Miami was so beautiful. Man, these kids play at 5-year-olds, mighty mites. The parents be so fired up, pictures of them. I'm watching mama over there spatting her son. Everything about it, I fell in love. I was like, I thought we was really playing football in Cali until I got to Florida and seeing how serious the mamas, not even the daddies.
Right.
Wow.
The mamas love football so much, like, they will be mad at their son if he don't come in there and hit.
And that brings me to a point, which is something we all get to deal with. My son's his age. They came out of school together. Our kids don't have to grow up like we did. There were things I learned just being outside in my neighborhood that my son, my daughters never had to experience. And I actually don't want them to experience. I rather that I was put in a position to give them a better life. But I watched you play. I've watched you talk. I've watched you practice. You got dog in you. And it's difficult to have a kid grow up the way our children can and make them have a chip on their shoulder or have them in a situation where they can act and work as if they got to take care of themselves. When did you find the love for it that made you work and compete the way that you do? Because like your daddy said, he wasn't forcing you to do it. And that wasn't your only way out.
Yeah.
So how did you fall in love with the sport and get to a point to where you wanted to compete the way you do?
Man, I'll say I fell in love with the sport pretty early. I'll say it was my second year with the Western Warriors. It was when I really started playing football for real, and they started giving me the ball, and I knew I was pretty nice. But I'll say the real transition was when we moved to back to California, and I played for the Mustang Mojo, like our little squad, and we played since we was fourth grade all the way up to sixth grade.
Yep.
And we only lost one game, I think, and that's when I really connected that like brotherhood. And I was like, okay, I really want to play for these guys. And we created this close bond to where I still talk to them to this day. But I feel like during that time was really when I felt the love of the football game and what it could do for me. And I was like, okay, I'm not backing down from this. This is what I really want to do.
Both of y'all, like Peasy and I still call him Lil Peasy.
Yeah.
I remember back in Bakersfield, California, running around in that big ass house with that pool and all that stuff. Is it a transition now with both of y'all from like, I'm a grown man now? Like, when was that transition? Was it college? Is now like, because that man got Peasy. That man got his own money now.
Listen, I felt it to where I knew our conversations was going to be different after his sophomore year going into his junior year, and which was warranted. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be on you for the stuff that I used to be on you for as a freshman in college, because, like, when you come home now, you're not staying with me. He's bypassing the house. He's going right to his sister's house. You know what I'm saying? He don't want to come over here with these rules. So now I'm telling his mom, like, hey, man, we can't really be on him as tough because we ain't going to see him. You know what I'm saying? If I come with this crazy rules and sticklers, we ain't going to see him. You know what I'm saying? Because I took his car and he went right back to school. He was already getting on the bus to go back home. His grades was doing bad. I said, man, leave that car, man. You're not taking that car. He was already had a ride.
You going to Penn State, you said?
Yeah,
Okay.
he already had a ride ready to go back. Like, he was letting me know, all right, keep your car, I'm gone.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, come back and get this car. Like,
You forced him to come back and get your car.
yeah. I mean, I'm tripping, but I'm not tripping like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm still, but I can see then them moves.
He's growing
I used to
up.
box him in, and he ain't letting me box him in no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay. And then, like, the last year, now it's just like, I gotta just really tell you what you're about to get ready for. I just want to try and help you manage distractions and everything, because he want a dog in college. I'm like, hey, man, this is a responsibility. Like, you really gonna want to have a kid in college? Because that's what this dog is about to be. And his dog tore up that whole apartment.
Man,
And he had to learn the hard way.
that was terrible.
Hey, man, why do y'all always want dogs? Jordan went and bought a dog.
I don't know. It's because, like,
You bored?
You get bored up there. I always grew up with dogs. So I'm like, man, I want my own little pit bull. My last year, walk him around, have him outside the car, do whatever I do. So after the first week I got him, I'm like, okay, I'm loving him. We doing all the right thing. I got him since he was a puppy. So he's doing all number 2s in the house, everything like that. I got to clean all that up. And then I figured out it was bad for me when I was like, okay, I want to go out Saturday night after a win. After something like that, I want to go out. But I still got my dog. And nobody could watch him. So I got to stay in the house. And I'm like, okay, I can't do this no more. Like, I got to find somebody. But we ended up finding Kathy and them.
Yeah, we
And
had
this was
somebody
lucky.
perfect that was going to take care of the dog, but, like, he thought it'd be a good idea to, they're about to leave Friday, so he gonna lock the dog in the bathroom.
I didn't do all that. That's not how it went. That's not how it,
All I did is see in the bathroom.
that's not how it went.
I was like, man, how long this dude been in here?
I had
The door
dog
chewed
sitters.
up.
I had dog sitters, but they wasn't really doing their job. And that's what it came down to. They wasn't really doing it for real.
What? Peasy, what? Y'all remember the story? Your dog was killing horses or
Hey,
something,
man,
brother.
like you said, we've been having dogs his whole life. I got enough dog stories for a whole other show.
Yeah.
So I've been a dog person, huge dog person, like been loving dogs forever. He's never not had a dog in the house. And it's crazy because they hated taking care of dogs.
But he went and gets one.
Then he gets one. Now Jacob's asking me, like, Dad, when you gonna let me have a dog? I said, man, y'all the same people that y'all hated when y'all had to clean up after them. No. Now you want that responsibility.
It was only for certain situations where you made us do it. Like if we get in trouble,
Go clean it up.
yeah, go outside and clean up all the dog shit. Like do all that. And give him a bath. So it's like, it was certain stuff like that. I'm like, man, I don't even want to do this for real. And now it make me not want the dog.
The thing is this now, JJ, like you're here, it's now about what you do in 2-4 and black and gold. Your opportunity is now. You get opportunity, guys like Pat P, Levi Wallace, Mika Fitzpatrick, who's already putting together a Hall of Fame career here. When you look at your team and your defense, the TJ Watts, Highsmith, freaking Cam's still here, right? Offensively with Kenny and all these different guys. When you look at this team, how excited are you to go to battle with these men, especially in the AFC North, bro, where you got Deshaun and Joe, and on the other side of that, you got Lamar in Baltimore.
Yeah, I mean, our whole division, we got dogs. And that's what I like the most, because we ain't going against nobody that's sorry. We're going against top dudes twice a year. So the fact that I got all these dogs on defense and offense, I'm just want to be part of that dog, like that dog tag. Like,
yeah.
I want to be looked at as one of those guys. And I know the type of work I got to do to be put in that category. So I just try to come out here every day and just try to show them that I'm ready, I'm prepared. Whenever y'all call my number, I'm going to be ready. So that's what I'm trying to do.
We're sitting here with your personal blueprint, your dad, 4-time Pro Bowler, 2-time All-Pro, Super Bowl champ. What are some personal expectations or goals for yourself?
I want to be one of those guys that's in the conversation as one of the best corners to ever play the game. Like, I don't play the game for the money part. Like, I grew up, my dad had it. Like, it was already said, it was never a stress for me to make a certain type of money to be living comfortable. Just the game plan my mom and dad had for us was perfect, but I play the game for those type of reasons. I want to put on a gold jacket. I want to win 3 Super Bowls. I want to be Defensive Rookie of the Year, All-Pro, do all that, make the Pro Bowl. All the stuff that he's done, I want to do that, and to my own extent, add some more to it.
Well, let me, as Uncle Freddie T sitting here, I always holler at your dad. And he told me, you've been in camp, you ain't got a massage yet. So let me tell you this, shortcut. You got to take care of your body. If you want to get to those things, you got to take care of your body. It's the small things that's going to amount and lead to the bigger things. Trust me, I know all so well. I did my share of partying, and I didn't take care of my body early. But when I figured it out, my career ascended, and I was able to finish strong like I had expected when I came in the league. So it's the massages, the chiro, if it's the video game, I got to sit them down.
Yeah.
If it's the late night on the phone with your girlfriend or whatever that situation looks like, I got to take care of myself. And everything else becomes secondary, so you got to start there.
Well, PZ wanted Miami to draft him. PZ said he wanted to go to Miami because he said that's a great place to focus on football.
It is not a great place to focus on football.
That's where you wanted to go, huh, JJ?
Yeah.
I wanted to go to Miami, huh?
No, man. I really liked Vegas at one point, but he did not like Vegas at all.
No.
He did not
I
like
know
it.
why. We used to go, the Palm.
Yeah, but see, the whole thing is like, I got to Florida at 30, and that city was just, it's no quit button. And Vegas, like these youngsters, man, like they so different than us because for one, they want to video everything, anything you do is going to capture the moment. I'm so happy we didn't live in that moment. You know what I'm saying? Because me and you seen our fair share of a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
He's talking about Vegas. I go to his house for 5 minutes and lose $60,000. I don't know how the fuck that happened. And we neighbors. I'm like, Peasy, I got this pity look on my face like, y'all get refunds or money back?
We was living in the
Hey, JJ, you don't boo, do you?
No, I told them to leave.
They was about to. They try to set us up. They was all playing.
I told Cam, man.
I was about to play.
No, you're not, because you don't even play spades like that. So like,
I didn't, but
He's safe.
yeah.
First time
Leave him
anybody told me, hey, come watch my money. I said, come watch your money? Drug me in the back of the little spot, $200,000 on the table. I'm your security guard here? I'm drunk. I don't do nothing. But, bro, it's funny talking about Miami and all this partying, bro. But to come here, I fell in love with Mike T when we had him on the show, bro.
Oh, man,
you know how Miami was,
man.
the difference between up here. How great is it for both of y'all? You just met Mike T, but you knew him as a kid too, and now you're playing for him. And just how amazing is it that your son gets a chance to play for that man
He
like
playing
that?
for his uncle. It don't get no better than that. Like, he just spent nights over there. I'd have had Dino and Mason at the house. Like, what's so good about Mike T is like, once you with him, you with him.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And man, he fired you, y'all still got a relationship? Man, that's business. That's he my partner. Like, a job is a job. Like, me and him is like, he picking up, he gonna call me back every single time. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't play for him. Like, I didn't even really meet him until I came back. You know what I'm saying? So that relationship is as authentic as it can get. And like how him and JJ relationship is, it's like he's torn like, man, I ain't calling him JJ. I'm gonna keep it professional, I'm gonna call him Joy. I was like, well, you know, that's what you feel like you gotta do in the work setting, but I'll never call Dino Mike.
Right.
He Dino. Mason is Mason.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I ain't changing my nephew's name because of work. You know what I'm saying? But do as you feel fit for the job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's like, man, you right. But he's still gonna be Joy at work. I ain't wavering from that. And you know how he is.
Right.
When he in his moment being the head coach, he gonna be a head coach. But I know, like, he's sitting with the best person to be. He's a DB coach in heart, defensive coordinator at heart, but he's a head coach. So like, the position he play, it ain't nothing he can't ask his uncle where he's staying or how he doing or what he need to do to get better. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know nobody watch more film than Mike.
Yeah.
You catch him back in that honeycomb hole, that hole in the back, he's getting some work done. So if he ever feel like he don't know where he at, if he needs some extra work, man, all he gotta do is walk down that hall. He's easy to find.
How do you feel about that relationship with Mike T as it stands now? It is Unc, but he's also the head coach of the most prestigious organization in football.
Man, it's great. I mean, even when I was doing my pre-little interviews, he told me if I come here, he's gonna be on me hard. And he's like, even though we got this relationship as me being your uncle and everything, once we step in the building, it's straight business. And that's how I wanted to treat it like that too, because I want to earn the respect of everybody in the staff. Like, I already know what he's done. They already know what he's done, but I'm trying to prove to them that I could do it too. So just him treat me like a regular person, but also knowing how I get down, what to motivate me, what to get me going, it's also perfect because he already know who I am. I've been around him, I've been around his family for so long, it's kind of easy.
This place is different. Channing says it when he comes around. You know, when we were walking in and we didn't have like field passes and stuff, I was like, we'll be okay. You know, don't worry about it. I was like, we'll be fine. You know, but you've seen it with your father being able to come back. People like myself, or unfortunately, recently we lost a friend in Clark Hagan's an uncle to you, but the way that everybody rallied around one another and that sort of family, what does the tradition of these colors and the family that you have here mean to you?
It means a lot, just off of seeing how close he is with everybody that he played with still, how you guys all communicate. That's what I end up hoping that'll happen with us, how we could connect in jail. Even talking with Uncle Ike, he was telling me the same thing, how you guys are all together. Like, y'all didn't leave each other's sides. Like, that was a real brotherhood. And that's what I'm trying to connect here as well, just to have that to keep going. So down the line, if anything happens, I could call on my brother and he'll be there.
By the way, your father was awful to me when I first got here. Like, I'm just gonna be honest, bro. They treated me bad, man.
The Peasy town that you have, that long one, Uncle Ryan got us that.
For real.
With the 55 one, he just came for watch. And I'll tell you why I was salty. Because me and C-Hope was thick as thieves. That was my guy. I was the same way when I got Potsy when I lost Earl Holmes. Early on, I didn't know how to handle the business, and this football, like, they come and go. But when you lose a brother that you think you ain't gonna see no more, I'm like, man, so now I'm not gonna see Earl no more. That's what I'm thinking. I think I ain't gonna see him no more. Cause Posse. Now, I ain't gonna see Lump no more. I gotta wait all the way to the Capitol Luau just to see Earl. Like,
T-Town.
I was mad about that. Then I'm like, man, I ain't gonna see C-Hope no more. Ryan took a spot. He in Tennessee. Like, hopefully I see him at a camp or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Ryan was, man, he was this as good as he is now, close. Like, he came in bearing grifts and arms out. I'm the old wily veteran that's salty for no reason, and it's crazy. Like,
JJ, I'm like, dang, what I gotta do?
Then RC wouldn't really hang with us at first when he first got here, but like every first-year person, I gotta pick up everything, right? I can't just be out with y'all like that. I gotta get my stuff together. I would get mad at that. Oh, he don't want to hang out with us. Then in the morning, he want to recap of what we did. Like, no, man, we can't talk about it. He ain't had no recap around RC. If you didn't come out last night, you don't get the recap. Because we sit right in front of Stacy every morning, in front of Stacy, and we talk about last night, and Troy don't even go out. Troy's sitting right there getting all the stories, right? And Albert would be over there, Ryan, like, man, Ryan want to sit in on the stories, man. Like, Ryan ain't even want to come out. We knew why Baby Jesus wasn't coming out. I don't know why RC ain't coming out yet. But I only got that one. Yeah. But then soon as I left, like even that year, we played good. We just making little stuff that made that year bad. Man, I always love RC game, man, because as soon as that, man, he became like the knockout artist of Pittsburgh. Yeah. Every time I turn on the tape, I'm like, good Lord, he put somebody else to sleep. I'm like, he just was running the people full. This back when they would have you got jacked up. Like, we prided on hurting people, right? Which I tell him now, because that's why my mentality used to be at him. Like, my biggest thing with him was, like, you don't never want to be the guy that when you got to make that tackle, because we know if you gave it your best or you whiffed. Yeah. And we don't play that. I say Pittsburgh gonna judge you different. Yeah. Like all that, I can't save you from that. If you got in there and you decide to do something different, they go on that eye don't lie. You know what I'm saying? And that would just been my biggest pet peeve as far as football. But RC had that, man. RC was.
What's the biggest difference between y'all? Like when you look at who your father is as a person, because you look just like him, right? Though y'all say you tall as hell, you just didn't grow into the linebacker body, and you're just probably more skilled than Pops too. Yeah. But you know, what's the biggest differences between y'all two personality-wise?
I mean, he more laid back, but the crazy thing about it is, his mouth, it don't stop neither. Cause like when he first started beating me in ping pong, and he knew he had me. He would hit over there to that knee that I couldn't push off of, right? Yeah. He janky like that. So like he would never give me that victory. Like, cause the same way with him, like if I can beat you in something, I'm gonna hold the button like Madden. Like I'm not giving no free victories, like ever. No. And he ain't giving none back. You know what I'm saying? So that is built in how it's supposed to be. Like if he can beat me in something, he ain't giving me no passes. He go try and get every victory and then won't play you again. You know what I'm saying? So from that competitive nature, it's exactly how it was supposed to be. But like they be expecting him to have this wild side, his dad's side. No, he laid back like his mom, but on the football field, he'll be exactly who he need to be for that moment. But like that's why I have to change and be older now, because like I don't want to do nothing foolishness no more that falls back on my kids, right? Because I do anything weird, he got to answer for it. I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like that whole Vontaze thing that happened the other day, I'm like, you tried to give the guy a compliment. He couldn't take it. Because if you think about it, how many people in the AFC East hate Crowder? You want all of them to, right? Don't nobody like me in Cincinnati. Don't nobody like me in Baltimore. Or Cleveland. I was telling someone on the way up, we played New England. They were so mad at me, they put me on the Jumbotron. Said I had no tackles that day. Do you know how they hate you if they can go out their way to put you on the Jumbotron? I want to be the most hated at every stadium that you walk into. Right. You know what I mean? That means that you done whooped enough ass to where they don't like you.
Yeah. About that though, you know, you said about Vontaze Burfict. You were asked a question first off. You didn't just bring his name up out of the blue. It was a question, and for you and people who know the AFC North, they got it. Yeah. Right, it's almost a sign of respect.
That's what he was giving him.
You played a certain way that made me hate you as a Steeler fan.
That was
But, you know, coming in and being drafted where you are, how is it dealing now with being in the spotlight? Because it's double for you, and as much as you could try to separate that's your father, it is.
Yeah.
And having that always be linked, how do you deal with that?
I kind of got used to it. I've been dealing with it my whole life. Growing up, everybody wanted me to be like him, play like him, and all this other stuff. But we had this conversation where it was like, people's always going to compare us no matter what. And we got to have the understanding was, I played my position, he played his, he already had his time, and he wants the best for me. And once we had that conversation, all the outside noise was really dead to me. And I really didn't expect it to be like this, because obviously I seen him when he was at his peak and everything, playing the game. And the crowd was always chanting his name, chasing the cars and everything. I got used to that, but now it's different when they're screaming my name.
Right.
And they want me to sign autographs, and I'm stuck down here to sign an autograph for 20, 30 minutes.
Right.
It's kind of crazy. I'm still not used to it, but like my dad always say, it's a good problem to have. I'm blessed to be in this position, and it only could get better from here.
All right, so here's my last question for you.
Yeah.
Aljamain Sterling or Sugar Sean?
That's a tough one. But I'm a Sugar fan, though.
Okay.
But I know what Aljamain could do.
Who's y'all talking about?
UFC.
This is me and him.
It's UFC.
This is actually how we got cool.
Yeah, UFC.
This is actually how we got cool.
Yeah. It's
Aljamain.
good, though, but it's like, after the Peter Yan and Sugar fight, I'm like, he could hold his own.
Yeah.
But then also, like, if Peter Yan could take him down, what can Aljo do?
Yeah.
And Aljo's nice like that, because Aljo took Yan down and just backpacked him the whole time.
Yeah.
So it's like, if Sugar could stay on his feet, then I obviously got Sugar. But if it takes it to the ground, then it's gonna be Aljo all day.
I gotta ask, JJ, you done grab Pops yet?
Nah, I ain't even tried that.
That's still in there. so we go to the dungeon down to that basement.
Yeah.
I keep that in the cuff just because him and Jacob is getting big.
Jacob big, bro.
And my wife always be talking, I'm gonna get my boys on. I'll be like, go get them. You know what I'm saying? Because like when we go to that, when we go down there, I don't have to lift for a while, but they know how to bring it out of me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I hurt myself going against these dudes just to show that he looked bad, but you know what I'm saying? I don't want to waste my last fight on my boys. That's for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? We got a great.
Crazy.
Well, man, JJ, honestly, man, you've been brought up the right way, though. I think the one thing I'm always so proud of my friends and my teammates, is that there's a stereotype or narrative that we aren't in the home sometimes, and that we don't care, and that we don't pour into our children. And your father, man, from the time I've met him, has always been about that. And you are an example of that type of man you are, the type of player you are, the way that you represent yourself and your name. And so from a family member, bro, we're so happy for you. I'm so proud of you. I just can't wait to see what y'all boys do, man. And like, just keep it running.
Gotcha,
Keep
man.
it running.
Appreciate
dog.
y'all for
Appreciate
having
you,
me.
bro. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Man, yes, sir.
Hey, and he consistent.
No,
how he was with teammates.
He been like that.
Easy peasy.
He was with
Bro,
teammates.
he been like that, dog.
This guy.
He's good, man.
Dog, you know.
I've been taller than him for like 2 years.
But I remember when I first started hearing about you doing the recruiting. Dang, I wonder if he's gonna get bigger because your pops are so big. You did a good job, man, staying lean though, dog. Because especially at Penn State, I know they had you lifting.
They did. I did 225 for 17.
So you did 17?
Yeah.
On draft night, did you want to cry?
Oh, me? Yeah, man. Cause I was excited. Cause like we was back at the crib. You know what I'm saying? So we was all fired. I just seen CC down before we left.
Yeah.
So I'm just already knowing. I'm like, man, we about to go. He gonna get picked. We about to go. I'm about to lose my mind off this Casamigos. I ain't gonna know what's gonna happen tomorrow. Cause I ain't gotta drive because wifey drive.
Right.
I got everybody I need to be there so I can really go. I can have a blackout. And I was about to have a blackout. And then now when he went there, now I'm drinking just to go back to the room.
It changed the whole drinking.
He was so mad. He had his agent book flights. We was up at 8 o'clock in the morning, already at the airport.
Ready to get.
He had a first class ticket. We had our flights on this flight, so he didn't left us on this, but we landed in Pittsburgh at the same time. And the whole ride home, he still ain't talking. I'm like, man, you overthinking this stuff, because at the end of the day, man, you still about to get drafted. Like, you gonna be a second-round pick. And if that's gonna hurt your feelings that bad, man, I don't know what else to tell you, man, because that's just how this stuff goes sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
No
Like,
text from nobody though that say, hey man, we got y'all with the first pick.
that's what
You
I
know
couldn't believe. I said, man, I got 30 moles in this building, and not one of them said, "Peasy, you could just hit me with the." You done fell into our lap. You could have gave me an inkling. I would have been like, nigga, we at the house. Man, all this shit, we at the house.
And you the party that night, huh?
I would have went and bought some Steelers hats and slapped them on, and we would have ran around the place. Like, man, we at the house.
Hey, Adam Schefter would have been like, word has it, word has it, the Porter family is wearing Steeler hats at a party right now.
And by then, I would have been at that blackout drunk, walking around with the Steeler hat slayed to the side. You couldn't have told me nothing. So that was good that they didn't tell us, because we would have ruined it. We would have.
You know how the fans run up on you, right? How many times have they told you thank you? Not for what you did as a player, but for Junior.
A lot. That's the new thing. So I laugh now that, like, my reason of being back is because you here. Like, I don't work here. I don't do none of that. But, like, I'm coming back for your practices.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you bringing your family out for family day. I used to walk you out for family day. Now you bringing us for family day. Where you going? I'm going to practice, man. They got family day.
Love it.
You know what I'm saying? That part is crazy. You know what I'm saying, RC? Remember goal line, family day?
Yeah.
We bring the kids. Now he bringing me back for family day.
Yeah, you family.
That's hard as shit.
You daddy now.
Yeah, because we used to have family day, be right up there in the gym, barbecue and all the stuff. We have a nice goal line practice. Then we get a late curfew because it's family day. Go hang out with your family.
No meetings.
No meetings.
Yep.
Now he bringing me for family day.
Come on, Pop. Hey, look, get to the door. Oh, he cool. That's my dad. Hey, him right there. Hey, no, he good. Let him through. Yeah, that's Joey Porter Sr. Hey, look.
That's what I'm
Joey
saying,
Porter
like,
Sr. Let him through.
Now, like, the whole tailgate, because like I told y'all, man, I'm big on having fun with the tailgate since Penn State, the cornhole games and all that. And my brother lived here, his whole family, like, because with the business we have, like, a lot of my family moved to Pittsburgh. And then we had like 6 or 7 of them that all went to NA high school because they live here and they go, we're not gonna play against each other, we all go to the same school. So now, man, our little parking lot about to be thick.
That's dope. Bro.
Seriously, like we about to have 10 parking spots in 1A every home game.
That's cool.
So
Hey,
when y'all in town,
the Dave Porter. We got a couple. We got to get one.
Get something to eat. Like that's all I can tell you.
Well, hopefully he ain't gonna treat me like he treated me in 06.
No, man, I was
06,
salty, man. You knew I was salty, man.
You'll get your ass whooped in 1A then. With all the Porters down there. Don't come over there acting crazy.
Oh, yeah. No, see, no, he good, man. I did.
Jacksonville come up this year. Try to make it back.
Oh, yeah.
Hold up, limitless. Take a stomach, got pinning it. I fought the head to witness it. Got my people feeling militant. Way I'm feeling, got me up. On the mission, got me up. Knowing me, I got the key. Only vision I can trust. Limitless. Take a stomach, got pinning it. I fought the head to witness it. Got my people feeling militant. Way I'm feeling, got me up. On the mission, got me